try that again. Boys and girls, it is officially official. The New York Knicks have finally signed their head coach, and is the coach that we have been expecting to be signed for the past few weeks, and that is Tom Thibodeau, who is officially agreed on a 5-year deal with the New York Knicks. I want to know y'all feelings on it. How y'all feeling about this? We need to talk about this in this video. Let me know in the comments right now how you feeling, but let's get into the details. What's going on? CK Crucial Boy, CK2K here, and this is probably the fastest turnaround video I have ever put on this channel, even though it's probably still gonna be like an hour or two after the news came out, but you guys get the deal. Guys, we finally got our head coach. As of me recording right now, there's no details on who we're putting on the coaching staff. I have my eyes on Mike Woodson and hopefully keeping Mike Miller, and then whoever else Tom Thibodeau wants to put on his staff. But the Knicks officially finished what they said they were going to do. They brought in Tom Thibodeau. There's been rumors for months in and months out that Tom Thibodeau was going to be the guy that's going to be the Knicks' next head coach. We remember that this past week there was rumors coming up that the New York Knicks were looking at Jason Kidd as the front runner as the head coach. I had said it then when you guys asked me how I felt about that. I had said in that stream that that was only to me, it felt like it was a move to put pressure on a Thibodeau deal to come sooner. Now, they had said that Tom Thibodeau had gone through 2 rounds of interviews. They had said that they were starting negotiations, then the negotiations had stalled, and they're going to continue to look at other coaches. And then the reports came out that Jason Kidd was all of a sudden our front runner. That was just a mind F by the media, by the Knicks, to make sure that this deal went through. And here we are, literally a day later. The news came out yesterday about Jason Kidd. I can't even make it up. A little bit over 24 hours later, the Knicks make their decision on Tom Thibodeau, and I'm not mad at it. I've been starting to warm up to the idea for the past few weeks. I know the red flags are the amount of minutes he plays as starters, the possibility of, you know, us going away from the rebuild and making some foolish trading decisions or foolish free agency signings because we're going to try to want to win now because of Tom Thibodeau. But then there's a lot of other positives that come from this. We have to remember the players that have come through a system with Tom Thibodeau that have come on the other side playing a lot better. To be honest, outside of Kenny Atkinson, the only person that I really trust with RJ Barrett or Mitchell Robinson would be Tom Thibodeau. Even then, we gotta remember what, you know, the freedom that he gave and the system that he put around Derrick Rose. So there is that potential of us hopefully, you know, making steps into us getting like a LaMelo Ball, and LaMelo Ball going into the system and possibly working with Tom Thibodeau too. So there are a lot of positives that come with this, but I do understand the negatives and the worries that come with Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau, his entire career, has been known to be a very good defensive-minded coach, but that's real old. His techniques are real old school, and they want to know how that's going to work in today's game. I'm not too worried about it because defense is defense. I don't care what type of game. Yes, now you're guarding more of the 3-point line compared to the past where you're guarding the paint, but defense mindset is a defensive mindset, and Tom Thibodeau is going to be that guy. Which leads me to my next point, is why I'm hoping and praying that we keep Mike Miller on his coaching staff, as well as bringing in Mike Woodson. Mike Woodson has been a favorite amongst the organization. He's been a favorite amongst players. We've seen everybody that's come through Knicks Fan TV's interviews, from Kenyon Martin, Raymond Felton, recently Jamal Crawford. Shout out to my boy CP. That was a great interview with Jamal Crawford. Really cool. But all of these guys have all given their endorsement to Mike Woodson getting a coaching job with New York once again. Now, obviously, now that we have our head coach in Tom Thibodeau, that head coaching job is done, but that doesn't mean that he still cannot be a part of the staff and be a good change with the younger guys on this team. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. You know, I'm a little nervous still because, you know, the minutes thing that he does with those starters is a little bit nerve-wracking, but I feel like, you know, just like David VSuite said last season, you know, RJ Barrett's young, he can play through it, but God, I'm gonna be praying for his knees. You too, Mitchell Robinson. But we'll see what happens. And I know there's all the other conversations about, you know, his time in Minnesota and, you know, the cancer that was him at that time, but we also have to remember in Minnesota, he was doing the whole president and head coaching thing, and it didn't work too well because he just wasn't, or GM and head coaching thing, or president, one of those two. I can't remember. It was one of those two. But the problem was Tom Thibodeau is not that guy. Now that he's solely going to be the head coach of the Knicks, while we have other people running what's going on upstairs, I feel like that's a better situation for him. We saw that in Chicago. I've been a fan of him since, I mean, I know he's coached for Boston, but I liked him when he was in Houston. He was assistant coach there. My favorite player is Tracy McGrady, so I remember watching closely with that. So I'm a fan of it, but we'll see what you guys have to say in the comments below. This is the main reason why I made this video. I want to hear the thoughts of the fan base. Do you think that Tom Thibodeau's, stern coaching methods are going to be enough to get guys like Kevin Knox to turn his game around, to toughen up Kevin Knox, to toughen up, Dennis Smith Jr., to toughen up all these guys, Frank Ntilikina? I feel like this is the best case. We didn't even talk about this. This is the best case scenario for Frank Ntilikina. Thibodeau's going to love Frank Ntilikina and what he does because he is the kind of point guard that he wants, minus the scoring. But defensively, that is going to be the moniker that Tom Thibodeau is going to love when it comes to Frank Ntilikina. So let me know all your thoughts of everything in the comments below. Like I said, it is Woj bomb approved. Woj came from his purgatory where he was put on a very foolish suspension by ESPN, and literally the day after he comes back, the first news he made was some blah blah news about Sabonis, and then the very first Woj bomb is the Knicks' next head coach. He came back just in time. But anyways, let me know all your guys' thoughts on this hire in the comments below. Who do you want to see him put in his staff? What are your worries? What are your positives? Let me know all of that in the comments below. I will be looking at I'll be looking at the comments because I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about this. I apologize. I know this is probably one of my crazier edited videos because I don't normally edit a lot of my videos. I just really wanted to get this out because I'm really curious to hear what the people have to say about this move. But it's me, your boy CK. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Don't forget to like this video. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Let's get it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Feeling like I won the lotto. Always taking trips with a new chick, asking where the time goes. And I wonder if this is all I'll know.